cable company, could they take that and put it on cable? I mean, like you had cable television or whatever?
The cable companies, if they're, or even the phone companies, whether it's Frontier or anybody, if they're providing internet service, at some point they've got to, they may be connecting to your house and coming to their facility, but at some point they've got to connect to the internet. And that costs them money to do that. So this will lower that cost for them in a lot of cases. And like I said, we're having, I'm not sure if we have with the cable companies, but we'll offer the bandwidth to anybody. And I think a lot of them, this would be able to lower some of their costs.
What's the cost per hookup now?
For
Hospital or school or?
Well, we do have special pricing for the anchor institutions that are part of our project, and a lot depends on how much bandwidth they're going to need. But it's not going to cost, the 232 that they have, it won't cost them anything as far as installation. We'll get to them, that's paid for. All they'll be paying for is the amount of bandwidth they get. And they'll be paying quite a bit, substantially reduced rate from what normal customers would get off of this, and a lot lower than they've been. In most cases, they'll be able to either spend the same money, they can either spend the same money and get a whole lot more bandwidth, as the lady said from Carbondale. They'll stay within their budget, but now all of a sudden they'll have the amount of bandwidth they need for the schools to function the way they need to function. So, yes.
That cable is installed about 50 feet from my front door. Now, if I got out there at night with a shovel and tapped into that thing without you knowing it, you wouldn't mind that, would you?
Well, one, we would know it, and and it would be very difficult. So you've seen us out working?
Now, you got a hardware store, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, sitting right about 50 feet from my front door is where they installed it.
Really? I'm not sure about getting to your door, but you can talk to Mike or somebody. See, the hardware store, we might be able to do something.
Well, I got the tool.
Go for it. We would know.
Oh, you wouldn't? Okay.
I wouldn't, but Aaron, our technical guys, would certainly know. That stuff's pretty sophisticated. Yes?
The anchor institutions, they have to buy their hardware to convert their in-house signal to the optical signal, or does that come with a package that they buy from you?
I know part of our grant includes the customer premise equipment, so there will be something that will be inside their building. Now, they may have to upgrade some routers or some other things past that, but yeah, it's not like we're coming to their door and saying, you guys have to buy some newfangled equipment. They'll have that, and there will be an Ethernet connection that they can go. We are having some people that, because of the increase in bandwidth, they may have to upgrade routers or some other things like that, but there's no way to put that in a grant or know what that would be. So we're getting as much of it done as you could kind of know that, okay, no matter who you're going to, they would need a box like this to plug into. After that, some may have some additional expenses, some may not.
Ray, if I might, I'll just say that, ConnectSI has seen a need for a network like this since before the American Recovery and Reinvestment Act was even announced or thought of. We saw this need years ago, and we're excited that a company like Clearwave, a local company like Clearwave, wrote for and got this, because it means, like Ray said, it stays in the community, it stays in the area, and these are local guys, they're local work, local people, so we're excited about that. We're also excited, like Ray pointed out, that these white lines are not the end of it. Wireless companies, for instance, can attach, use this as bandwidth to service areas and basically extend the reach of this fiber. So all those blue areas that aren't touched by the white could conceivably be served by wireless companies that attach this, use it, and feed into it. So this is not the end of the story. This is just the beginning of the story, where people can work from home, study from home, improvement in healthcare, So all those things are something Connect SI has been looking at for a long time, and this is the beginning of some really neat stuff for our region. We're very excited about that.
How long you been working on it, Steve? I think when I first met you here, you was just talking about that. That's probably at least 10 years ago.
Well, I've been with Connect SI, I don't know, unlike you, Ray, I have a hard time remembering the time, but 5 years, 4 years.
But you was with Matt.
I've been with Magic
Yeah.
for 14.
Yeah, and they was talking about that then.
Yeah, we've been trying to do stuff like this for a long time, one way or another. So this, yeah, we're tickled. We're tickled to see this.
Yeah, Steve said, I mean, we knew we needed this for a long time, but where Connect SI and all of us as network providers, we did as much as we could, and then you kind of hit a wall, and it's like, unless somebody's giving money away, we can't do a whole lot more than we're doing, you know. And we did some great things, even not having any outside money, but we got to the point, it's like, we really can't do much more for the amount of people that we've got and for what it would cost to do it. So when this came along, it's like we felt like it was tailor-made for Southern Illinois. So we were scared when we missed out in round one and felt like, okay, the area's got one more shot. So we were tremendously excited and feel like we were blessed that we were able to get this in round two and be able to bring this to here. But it's only worthwhile if it is the start. If this is it, it'll be a nice story for a little while, but we can do a whole lot with this. Not being Clearway, but I'm saying Southern Illinois. We can do this, we can build this, and we'll build it in the 3 years that they said, but other people are going to have to do stuff with it. But we have confidence in the people and businesses in Southern Illinois that this is going to be a start of something really big. And some of the big things that will happen, nobody will even think about Clearway, and that's fine. You know, but it'll be made possible by the fact that something like this was able to be able to come in.
Do you, does your company have any interest in expanding as a third-party provider, or are you just going to self-pay?
Well, we really have kind of been a third-party service provider in the past. A lot of these hospitals, in particular, that we're going to, were already our customers. And we service about 5,000 or 6,000 customers right now. We will continue to do that, but again, this is a huge project for us. And we're a small company, you know, so this will have to be our focus until it's completed, until August of 2013. This is who we are. It's getting this built, making sure we get to all the anchors. It's not an option. We have to. So, and we've had lots of discussions internally, is that we need to make sure that we don't get too caught up in trying to do everything. So, sort of a long-winded answer of saying, yes, we probably will do some, but over these next 2.5 years, we need to make sure we get this done and get it done right. So we're really encouraging other third-party service providers to look at our area for what can happen, because we've known, again, like Connect SI, we know where the needs are out there. It's just being able to get to them. You know, so now hopefully some other companies can come in. We'll probably try some of that, but again, we'll need other providers to come in. And I'm hoping they do it as we're doing this. That would be my goal, is that, you know, by the time we get this area lit up for this year, this small portion, that during that next year, some other third-party providers will start popping up or growing their businesses. That'd be fantastic. Again, we'll have to maintain our focus and make sure that we get this done. My signature's on a lot of papers saying that we will get this done in the time that they've allotted. I know Scott, our president, is this too, so we need to make sure this gets